Get closer to the action with KFAN. Breaking sports news, exclusive contests, and more. You can follow KFAN 1003 on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, and YouTube. You can follow and stay connected to the sports leader, The Fan.
Him every day.
The stories a stadium could tell.
Did you see the game?
What is worse than endless non-basketball or football, could be any sport, drama to a team or to a league? What's worse than endless drama?
Is it worse or is it the best thing for it?
What I'm saying is, if you're adding another layer of badness, what would it be? And it would, to me, it would be a second layer of drama.
Another zone of drama?
Yeah, it's another.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it, another zone of drama, because I finally got the context to Fever coach gal, Stephanie White, is it?
Yep.
About her pregame speech, prepared statement, and then she kind of pounded the dais in front of her and then left.
Yep.
And I'm and of course, what's the bit? It's the bit. This is what all these individuals, this is the new game that's being played. It's, you're not going to divide us. Tired of all this drama. And I'm going, wait a minute. You just added the second layer. What was the term you used?
The zone.
Zone of drama. Because
like, what do they call it? The marine layer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
of atmosphere.
All you needed to do, here's all you needed to do. Even if you're annoyed with the way the public, the way Pitchfork Nation works, you come in and say, hey, look, I'll take a couple questions real quick. Let me just get this off my chest. I look back on it, and I wasn't really good about being annoyed enough by that foul. I tried too hard to sort of be the statesperson.
Right.
And I just want to double down on the fact that, yeah, I saw it a few times after. No good. And I do have my players back. I always have my players back. End of it. Instead, she almost made it sound like she is somehow the victim. It's real simple. It was the unusual nature of a coach not coming close, it appeared, to defending their own player.
Right.
And in this case, not having to lie to do it, because sometimes they do that and go, you're trying too hard to defend the player because that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
This was an obvious one.
She hadn't seen it, apparently.
That's what she said.
Yeah, well, that's what Sophie says, too.
Yeah, well, maybe that's true.
Yeah.
But then you get in, you get out, and you go, here, okay, I'll take some questions. Instead, she creates this new zone of drama, acting like she's the victim and the league has been victimized again and we're sick and tired of this. No, you needed a better reaction. It's not finable. It's not fireable. You don't even have to apologize for it. You just clear the record and you move on. To me, the way she did it, that's what's extending it into another shelf life. We're back to 5 years ago. No one would have seen the clip.
Right.
That's it, and that's what's different now. It's all being covered in a way that the league, in many ways, continues to prove it's just not prepared for.
Well, you also wonder who is she really mad at, because then later,
yeah, that's
and Caitlin was mad. Caitlin Clark was annoyed by this because Sophie and Caitlin both gave a press conference, and I thought it was actually pretty good.
I did too.
By both of them.
I agree,
and I liked what both of them had to say. But Fever fans booed their head coach.
Oh, yeah. Good
now,
point.
is that because of the media? Is that because of divisive forces? Or is that because your fans were even
they're bewildered.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
That's our player. So, like, who is she yelling at? Who is she mad at? And Caitlin, I thought was good in saying, hey, I hated that our fans did that. We're going to ride with our coach. We knew we were going to win this game. She's our coach. Like,
I think they're first in the East now.
Probably.
They're ascending.
Yeah, they're good.
That could be I don't know how the seeding is going to work. Maybe that'll end up being the championship round, us against the Fever.
Oh, my God.
That'd be nice.
That's Christine Brennan's dream. Don't you think?
No question.
If she's allowed to cover it, if
You'd
she
get
gets
her on every
credentialed
day.
for it. Yeah, or she'd have to come here.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah, that would be an interesting one.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. It's like,
Yeah.
I just think
The Fever fans were the ones that were bitter last night,
Yes.
more than anybody.
Yes.
Obviously, we all talked about the original statement and everything that she said, but
the device, we're divided, or we're all in this together. We know. Everybody's in this together.
and then you're not though.
But then you're not. That's the whole thing.
Then you rip somebody
Yeah.
or you tweet something
Yeah.
or so we'll see.
Yeah, it was. I thought because I think it happened during the show yesterday.
Yes.
And I saw her, but I didn't. I couldn't hear it live, and I went back and I listened to it. It's like, jeez. And it's unfortunate enough you got to write it out. To be honest with you, that should have been off the cuff. But I think you just get in, you get out, and you actually can. If you're effective, you can dismiss it in that sense. Like, hey, look, I didn't really see it in real time as close as probably other people did.
Yep.
But I was a little too easy on that. That's not going to work.
I get why people were mad about
You shouldn't
it.
even have to be screaming about that.
Right.
And then you just say, okay, I'll take a couple questions instead of read this to you. I'm leaving because all you're going to do is continue to try to divide us.
Well, the other thing, because there is no doubt that there are people that are waiting at their
No
keyboard.
question.
There's
100%.
However, like we always say, you don't have to give them the oxygen.
No, you don't.
They're waiting for you to melt down.
Correct.
They're waiting for you to send the next tweet. They're waiting for you to not handle something.
That's exactly what Royce White is waiting for.
Totally.
Yes, 100%.
Go down the list.
Yeah.
Dan Dockich,
Yeah.
Clay Travis, go whoever you want. We can go as long as you want. They're waiting. They're waiting for you to do something like that.
Don't worry about those individuals. Think about the possibility that there are other individuals who aren't waiting for that, who are raising fair questions about the way you go about doing this. Because otherwise you end up being obsessed with the wrong,
Exactly right.
wrong people. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. All right, we're going to try to stay ahead of schedule because we got Van Ginkel later this hour after practice and several other guests, including Lester Bagley. Big shot title still. I don't even know what it is. Is he a VP of everything?
Yeah, he'll be able to tell you.
He's VP.
He'll
of
do the.
stadium
I don't know
draft
what it
stuff.
is,
Yeah,
Dan. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I serve at the behest of the Wilfs.
And then there's Kessler, who has no title now. I mean, he's bored out of his mind. He's going to join on location as well if he gets his credential. So busy show in the 4 o'clock hour leading to the 5. Back in just a minute here on The Fan.
This is Dan Barreiro, live from the TCO Performance Center in Eagan for Vikings training camp on The Fan.
Cavalcade of bucket hats just went by us. It's unbelievable.
There's the third one. There's the caboose.
Actually, there's 3. I'm exaggerating a little bit. I'm not sure it's a trend yet. Practice is just wrapping up here at TCO Performance Center, and it could be an eventful afternoon in that there's belief that J.J. McCarthy may meet the Media Jackals for the first time since the big announcement yesterday. We'll keep you posted on that. We'll go to it if we can, or run back some of it, depending on timing. We expect to visit with Andrew Van Ginkel, remember a pretty important part now, fixture in the Vikings defense. And Lester Bagley is going to join us later with Kessler. Has Kessler made it? Has he texted you yet?
He hasn't, no. I have no idea if he's made it, if he's on the premises. I have absolutely no idea. He hasn't told me that he hasn't, though, and I feel like I'd hear if he hadn't.
Where is he supposed to pick up his credential?
Over, by the stadium on the other side.
But then does he have to, will they let him in that way once he's got the credential?
They should,
or does he have to go the way we go?
Nope. He should be able to go the way that everybody else goes on the media side.
Maybe he can pick up Lavelle's credential, too.
Well, the problem is, though, if he waited too long, and I told him this, if he waits too long to come get it,
right.
They might shut that gate down, and then you're just standing out there. And, right now,
that's too funny.
Practice is over.
Yeah.
And so, but knowing him, he probably just glommed onto Victor and is wandering around the premises.
Have you been able to monitor enough? Is it gone from 60-40 on reps to now that the big announcement is made, 90-10?
I mean,
Tyler gets 90%, and obviously JJ 10, and Wentz just stands there.
Yeah, they were all the way down on the far field today. It did look like Murray had the yeoman share. Is that accurate? The yeoman share, the lion's share of work today.
Okay.
I only saw JJ a couple of times.
You saw him get sacked, you said.
Yes, JJ McCarthy, yeah.
And then you saw your guy Brosmer had a guy wide open for a touchdown. He underthrew it. You blamed it on the receiver.
That's true.
Who
no.
still technically could have caught it.
Yeah, it was a catchable ball.
But it was underthrown.
It was a little underthrown.
Underthrown,
yes.
That's the way I look at it.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah. And we know, like I said, I'm curious as anybody else about how McCarthy's going to handle this thing. And again, the irony is we're all cynical enough to know he could say all the right things today and still be annoyed.
So I'm watching him right now. It looks like he's got, I don't know if that's a member of the PR staff. See where he's going into that tent right now?
So maybe he is going to chat.
Yeah, and we'll see. But I can't tell who he's walking with. If that's Nolan Teasley, if that's the PR staff.
Right.
Now let's see where he goes. Does he go inside the building? J.J. McCarthy? It looks like he is.
I will say this about Teasley. We haven't talked to him, right, on air together.
Correct.
He's just watching him, it's like he looks like he could be a ball boy. I mean, he's very unassuming.
Unassuming is the word.
There's not a big air. There doesn't seem a big air about him. Like, hey, look who I am.
I'm the GM.
Yeah, exactly. He's dressed very casually, like everybody else. It just seems like a guy, which might wear well on a team. Who's to say? I still miss Spielman. I'm one of the few people who still miss Spielman.
He was fun.
It was weird and sometimes awkward with him, but
yeah,
there were other times, especially when he would whisper in your... No, whose ear did he whisper in?
Josh Freeman.
Josh Freeman.
Yeah, those were the days.
Those were the days, man. So there could be... Has anybody written a book, flat out, the history of the Vikings at the quarterback position? Maybe that's the book I'll write.
Man.
I mean, I'm being serious. That book...
That's not a book. That's a series.
You got greatness in there somewhere, although no Super Bowl. You have, 2 or 3 chapters on the dysfunction alone would be how rich and entertaining would that be? But then you've had some good years and some good situations. I think it'd be a hell of a book. I just got to find a publisher.
Well, you could find a self-publisher.
And you got to figure out how to organize it.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the ugly? I don't know.
The problem is, I'm just thinking about it for myself, like as a Vikings fan. Like Vikings fans would be your audience.
And you don't think you want to read about it?
I mean, I feel like haven't I been through enough?
Yeah.
Aren't my own memories enough? Do I have to have you remind me of it?
You might unearth some nuggets you didn't know about.
Yeah.
If you do the reporting, right?
But do I want to know?
Well, you probably don't.
Yeah.
But
you're right, though. There's a lot there.
There's a lot there, man. It's maybe it is better as a TV series. I don't know, but it'll be regional.
Well, I just think
it have to be regional.
I didn't even when I mean series. I almost meant like series of books.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you could fit it. It'd be like Vince Bugliosi's book.
Well,
how long it was.
Yeah,
I feel like this is like a Mitch Rapp. It's a Vince Flynn kind of novel series where you just have to keep adding chapters and adding additions.
Another way to go. You're right. You could do it that way. All right, we're going to try to get another break in early. That will clear the deck for plenty of time for all of our guests here as the Vikings have just wrapped up practice. A lot of friends and family have headed on to the field as well. So let's get our second pause in early of the hour. Back in just a minute from TCO in Eagan.
Barreiro is back live from TCO Performance Center in Eagan for Vikings training camp coverage on KFAN.
KFAN YouTube channel for exclusive videos, in-depth takes, initials and password games, behind-the-scenes content, and more. Search KFAN on YouTube and hit subscribe today.
Well, we're kind of in what they say in the business is hurry up and wait mode because we've cleared the decks on getting some breaks out of the way early. The idea being we've got a number of very good post-Vikings practice guests to get to, but none of them are available to us. Now, the new theory is Kessler might not even ever find us. Lester Bagley, we assume, could find us.
Yeah, he knows.
But I don't see him yet, and we don't see the player, the designated player for us today, Andrew Van Ginkel, unless it's because he's cut his hair. But you said you saw him.
Yeah, I already saw him. His hair looked the regular Van Ginkel length.
Yeah, exactly it. Now, is it possible? Meanwhile, we're also anticipating whether J.J. McCarthy will meet the Jackals for the first time since the big announcement that he is officially the number 2 quarterback for your Minnesota Vikings, at least as of right now. So, in the meantime, we'll just kind of mix and match on the basis of what we have seen thus far and what we have talked about, and even what we might have coming up back at headquarters on Thursday and Friday. I think the biggest unknown training camp is always a bit of a puzzle. We're forced often to speculate on things and project, and usually those projections cost us later.
Sure.
But I think even by those standards, the hardest thing visually to get a handle on, even in the context of training camp, is what this new running game really means, right? I think we've seen some good runs.
We have.
We don't know if that has anything to do with the new running game, the outside zone, whatever the case may be. That's one where no matter what is said, I don't doubt they're trying to reinvent the wheel, but I don't think we're going to have. We might have a taste of understanding about the quarterback in terms of accuracy, but I don't think we're going to get anything close to anywhere close to understanding whether the running back revolution is real. Right? I just think it's impossible. Even the way practices are run these days. I don't. Now maybe the experts. Maybe if you're a hardcore football guy, you can indeed figure that out. That's very possible. Is that Kessler?
That is Kessler.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what city he's in.
I don't even think he has a pass. You need a pass
you
to
can't
go down
there.
Get your pass out.
It's unbelievable. He thinks he can go anywhere he wants. Security! This guy out of here.
My God.
He looks, look, and he's got the dapper.
Oh, yeah, the flowing shirt.
The flowing shirt.
Yeah, the khaki shorts.
I'm surprised. Why don't you unbutton one more button?
Yeah. It looks like he just did. Hey, you can't just go wander out on the field. Oh, my God.
He just showed me his right nipple.
Yeah, I've seen both of them, if you recall.
I don't need to see it. I'm sorry, man.
I've seen both of those.
It's not that big a deal.
If you recall. He has no pass. He's not supposed to be down there at all.
And I hope he gets wrestled to the ground.
Well, my guy, security over here, I see him at Wolves games all the time.
I know.
He's very strict.
Well, I think
not now.
You know what he's doing? He's just biding his time.
Yeah.
What he's going to do is he's going to sprint and tackle him. Look at he's going onto the field.
He's going to go through the ropes.
But I will say this: for a guy who just celebrated his 90th birthday yesterday,
he looks great.
He moves pretty good.
Yeah. No cart. No cart.
No nothing needed. Yeah, that part of it I thought was very impressive. He's pretending.
What do you think he's looking for?
Saunter and look around. What do you think he is looking for? He doesn't even know what to look for.
He's got like some slide sandals on.
Can I ask you something?
With full socks.
He's not even showing a credential. Are you supposed to
That's
wear
what I
the
said.
credential?
He doesn't. I don't even think he has his pass.
So you think he just talked his way in?
He must have. Now Chad Abbott is trying to corner him, to talk to him, to try to get him going.
Do we see? Is there any sign at all, hint of Van Ginkel?
I have not seen Van Ginkel since they broke practice. I
wonder if he already went in the locker room and they forgot about him.
I doubt it.
Is that possible?
I doubt it.
They're usually pretty reliable.
They're unbelievable. They're unbelievable.
Yeah.
To answer your question about the running game real quickly,
yes.
Don't you think next week will be a decent indication when the Ravens are here? Joint practices theoretically
the closest we'll get to. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because you say, every time we looked up today, I mean, Mason had a long run, Jones had a long run.
Yeah.
When we were out here last week, the rookie had a long run. Look at Abbott try to run with his drop foot. Man, that's tough.
That is tough. But he's doing it. He's hustling.
Yeah.
He's trying to, you know why? Because it looks like JJ is in the scrum. So he's going to be late.
Yep.
If he'd have been there on time.
And he's going to be out of breath. He's going to be sweating like a stuck pig, copyright 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, my gosh. Get Abbott a cart.
Where is he? Is he there yet?
He's not even running to the scrum.
Where's he going?
He stopped. He ran to stop somebody else.
That's great.
Who's he talking to?
I thought he said he was going to get back in the trenches. That's what he told us.
Looks like he got interrupted. Oh, and now he stopped because Tom West has... Yeah, that's Tom West. He has the assistant coach that's from Kessler's hometown.
Oh, okay.
That he wants to introduce him to. So he got derailed.
This could be emotional.
Now he's walking fast, talking about Abbott. He's going to miss the whole McCarthy thing.
Yeah, by the time he gets there, it's
and he
be
can't
over.
get anywhere near it because the scrum is already around him.
Yeah, that's also true. This whole thing is
Meanwhile,
apart.
you mentioned Nolan Teasley earlier today. In one of his many approachable walks, did he cut Andrew Van Ginkel and we don't know about it? I mean, did they trade him?
Well,
did we miss anything? I don't know where he is.
New sheriff in town.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. It would get everybody's attention. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know what to think at this point.
Yeah.
Usually we have some idea, but I don't even see that many players left on the field at all.
No, so he must have gone inside.
Maybe he went in to
go do something.
Maybe he had something that needed to be attended to.
So now at this point, we had that big clock plan.
Yes, that's been
just instead of breaking at 42, just when Van Ginkel gets here, just break at 57, and we'll do Bagley and Kessler at the top of the 5.
All right.
On their production meeting.
So break again now?
No.
Oh, break it so I can go straight through.
We were going to break at 42
I got you.
because Van Ginkel was coming at 30. We were going to have Bagley and Kessler at 4:45 for a lengthy segment.
Okay.
Now just, if we get Van Ginkel, take him to the top of the 5, and then Bagley and Kessler. Then we'll start the clock over.
Yeah. Well,
we could have gone to JJ Live if it was available to us.
Well, that was my idea. No one believed me, or no one wanted to do it. You didn't want to do it.
No, we don't have the ability now.
Oh, how come?
Because there's no live feed over there.
Yeah, I wonder why they do it that way. Because the player doesn't want it to be formal or not formal.
Yeah, maybe not.
Because there's interest. Like I said, there's a great deal.
Look at the scrum.
So hopefully we can. Somebody will from the Vikings will run it, and then get it to us before we're off the air. Because we'll be glad. I'm perfectly happy to run the whole thing back now. Who knows how long he's going to speak, but he's still out there.
He
Isn't
is.
He? Still there?
Yes. It's been at least a couple of minutes.
At least, yeah. I mean, again.
Look at Abbott. You see him in his blue shirt?
No.
He's got his hand up. I wonder if he's taking the video. I think this is Van Ginkel coming at us right now on the cart. Yeah, this is perfect.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
okay,
that's
good.
Gink. Yeah, so
you
Gink
can tell
is coming.
from the flowing locks.
I can tell from the flowing locks and the fact that he's unstrapping all that tape around his wrist.
Yeah.
You know, that's a linebacker right there.
There's no question about that.
That's a linebacker right there.
Yeah, probably right.
So, yeah, take it to 55 and take a break.
All right, then we'll break, and then we expect the big emotional reunion between Kessler, who used to cover, basically did all of Lester Bagley's bidding.
Well, I think your question to Lester is who was more responsible for the stadium?
Exactly. Well,
him or Kessler?
He's unassuming enough to say Kessler, but he might be right.
Yeah,
that might be part of it.
I think he might be.
We got Van Ginkel, in fact, approaching us now. We'll let him get adjusted and get the headset on. And then, as I mentioned, we'll eventually chat with Kessler and Lester Bagley. Thanks for coming to see us. Andrew Van Ginkel, kind enough to join us. So one of the big early training camp stories, and this is big, was Hawkinson cut off his hair. It looks like, I mean, was it a trend that you considered? Were you tempted at all, or are you locked in?
I'm locked in for the foreseeable future. I was shocked when TJ did it.
Were you? Yeah.
Yeah, all good things.
How far back does this go? When did you go to this look? Like when you were 12? I mean, how far back is this?
No, not that early. I'd say freshman year of college. Just kind of got to college and just kind of let it grow and grow, and next thing you knew, I had long hair.
Well, it's part now. I feel like it's just a part of your whole deal, almost.
Yeah, it's kind of the football guy in me.
Yeah.
The flow out of the helmet, and
right.
It's long. It's a lot to take care of, but it's good to have it on the field.
You never worry about it getting pulled, or does it get pulled?
It does get pulled, and I try to wet it down, try to do other things to have it so the old line just slips through it.
Yes,
but if I don't wet it down and it's dry, they'll get a hold of it.
You're a veteran guy. Are you 31 or 32? 31.
31.
31 years old. You've been through this stuff for a while. I'm always curious for veteran players how training camps evolve. In other words, do you learn as a veteran player how to get what you need out of training camp without killing yourself, I guess? Maybe it's easier now because there's not as much contact as there used to be. But what's the Van Ginkel approach to saying, here's how I get ready as a veteran guy, I know what I'm doing, here's how I use training camp?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it comes down to, for me personally, I'm trying to find that one or two things where I can improve. It's different techniques. We got a new coach, Ryan Nielsen, and just his things that he's teaching, I'm trying to imply that to my game, so I can take my game to the next level. And, we got a bunch of young guys, so, for me, I try to be that leader, try to mentor them and kind of lead them throughout the right way, and just to show them what it's like to be a vet, what it's like to, just do your job at a high level.
Compare your season last year to the year before. Obviously, injury was maybe a big part of the story. Maybe that's part of the comparison. But give me the Van Ginkel sense of the last two seasons for you, where they were different, where they were the same.
Yeah, last year I started off on the wrong foot, obviously with dealing with injuries and, working my way back, building that confidence, that trust to go out there and play. And, once the season kept progressing, I felt like I was starting to get back into my form and be the player I am. And, that 24 season, everything was going right. The defense was balling out that year.
Yeah.
The offense was putting up points, which puts the defense in positions to go get the quarterback and make plays. And when the ball's bouncing your way and, you get tips and overthrows and they're just falling into your lap, puts a lot of pressure on the offense. And I think the big point of emphasis for us this year is stopping the run. We had the most runs against us last year, and that's something that we have to improve on. So you see a lot of the coaches emphasizing that, and it's what we need to get better at.
Well, you make a great observation, and it's another, I think, confirmation of the way this thing all works together. If the offense is better, you're probably going to be able to play defensively a different way, and maybe that contributes to a better chance to get what you, of course, are very good at getting: takeaways, fumble recoveries, interceptions, whatever the case may be. That's and you could say that works both ways, right? An offense can get better if they feel like, well, they can also at times count on the defense, right? Because I assume it can change the whole mentality of how you go about your business.
Yeah, it's complementary football. If one phase is down or bringing you down, it's going to put a lot more stress on the other side of the ball. So, you got to be able, and it's going to happen. There's games where the offense is playing well and defense is kind of struggling, and, it's a 35-31 ball game. And then there's games where it's a 10-6 game. It's how can we play our best football in times that we need it. And it's all three phases coming together and playing well and establishing great field position and then, creating turnovers and winning the turnover battle.
What is the most interesting thing about playing for a B-Flow defense? Is it the way he talks to you guys, his approach, or is it the X's and O's part where, because every year we hear the same thing, that he lets us do a lot of things. He lets us, if you're a veteran, that he trusts us, take some chances, or he gives us things that keep it interesting. Is it the X's and O's part that's the most attractive with him, or is it the way he talks to you guys and sort of works with you?
Yeah, I think it starts with the culture and the standard that he has. He expects players to play at a high standard and to get things that he emphasizes done. And, his X's and O's are great, but he also has a great mindset. He knows how to get us all to play well, to believe in one another, to, trust one another. That's a huge part of it. And it's all about communication. You have to, be able to rely on the secondary. For pass rush, you got to be able to communicate, make sure you're all on the same page. And once you build that team chemistry and, those bonds, it really brings you all together and allows you to play at a high level.
You mentioned your job is you do what you do defensively, and you can't run the offense and you can't worry about it. But I'm wondering if human nature being what it is, you have a situation here where, there was supposedly a quarterback competition. Now the quarterback's been named, but he's a new one. And this is, I think, the fourth straight year that you guys are starting with a new quarterback at the start of the year. So as a veteran guy, just give me your own observation about that, because best case obviously is the places where it's the same quarterback year after year and you lock in. It does make things kind of interesting, doesn't it? And a little bit different and maybe even a little bit less stable than if you can say, here's going to be our guy for the next 10 years.
Yeah, it's you don't know necessarily what you're going to get, but KO's got a good track record. The same thing when Sam Darnold came here. It's just them, the quarterbacks building that growth and building that trust and that confidence within the team and then within themselves to go out there and play well. And Sam Darnold's a great example.
Yeah.
People weren't thinking that he was going to be what he was capable of, and you see when you get into a KO offense, and he's going to put you in positions to make plays, and I'm really excited to see what Kyler can do.
Well, that's what I'm going to ask you. You're, again, a veteran guy. You haven't been around Kyler a lot, but you have a decent amount now, and you have a good eye. So what do you see? If this goes well, what do you think he has a chance to bring as a defensive player in terms of problems?
He's a problem because, man, you got Jets, you got to double him. And, J.A., he can take the top off the defense. Well, Hawkinson, he's going to get these one-on-one routes underneath, and you take all that away, guess what? Your quarterback can scramble. So they have to have good pass rush lanes, and that's hard to prepare for as a defense. And Kyler can throw a great ball. When he really sets his feet and trusts his throw, he can make some unbelievable throws. So I'm looking forward to this offense. I think the running backs, the O-line is playing well, and, they got some ability to make some big plays and make a run.
Andrew Van Ginkel, kind enough to join us after practice. Just a couple more things for you. Do you in any way, shape, or form regret not staying on the quarterback track? Because once upon a time, you were a quarterback, were you not? I mean, I know it's a long time ago, but I mean, you think you could have stuck...
I played 1 year of quarterback.
Oh, that's it? Oh.
That's it, yeah.
And were you good?
I had a blast. I loved it. Yeah, I just ran around.
Was it your senior year?
Yeah, yeah.
So you played... Did you play both ways?
Yeah.
Okay.
Played everywhere.
Were you winging it? What kind of offense did you guys run?
Just spread, zone read, power read, all sorts of things. Just get me on the edge and then, scramble, find somebody open, just chuck it up.
Was it fun?
Yeah, I loved it. It was a blast.
But it wasn't
I would go do that in a heartbeat.
You knew it wasn't necessarily something that you could count on long term, maybe?
I knew as soon as I got to South Dakota, I made the quarterback coach, OC, he recruited me. Out of Northwest Iowa, and I made the joke to him, like, can't wait to get my quarterback reps today, and he's like, yeah, that'll never happen.
Yes and no.
I knew instantly that those days are gone.
Does it give you looking back, does it actually, having even just spent that relatively short amount of time to it, does it help give you any insight, you think, when you're playing defense?
I think so, for sure.
What does it do?
I think I have instincts for how they're trying to manipulate guys, how they can set you up. Their eyes are bringing you to who they want to go to. Because they got to make a throw. They got to look to where they're throwing. Unless it's Matt Stafford or somebody who can look you off
maestro.
And throw it right behind you.
Yeah.
That and just getting a feel for how they're trying to high-low certain formations, where they're trying to throw them on their breaks and stuff like that. And Flo does a great job too, teaching us kind of how they're trying to attack us.
How badly do you want to win a playoff game? It's been a while around here, as you know.
I need to. That's priority number one.
Top of the list?
Yeah, for sure.
Can you get that done?
We're going to do everything in our power.
I appreciate you coming to see us, and best of luck this season, man.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, 100%. Andrew Van Ginkel, kind enough to join us here from our exclusive KFAN radio perch. We expect to visit shortly with Lester Bagley. Pat Kessler is going to join us as well as we continue from right after practice. Another spirited event today right here on The Fan.